Please open in your learning workbook to page 145 as we solve several problems from Alex that ask us to graph a parabola. Alright, here's the first one. Graph the parabola. Y equals 2, parentheses, x minus 6, close parentheses, squared, plus 4. The first step is to determine a, h, and k. Let's write our vertex form underneath so that we can do that easily. Okay, a is 2. K is 4. Negative h is negative 6. Therefore, h is positive 6. This is our vertex, hk. Okay, let's create our xy table. 5 rows. Vertex goes right in the middle. 6, 4. All right, what other x value should we use? Well, you just add and subtract 1 as you go up and down the table. 6 plus 1 is 7, plus 1 more is 8. 6 minus 1 is 5, minus 1 more is 4. All right, now we're going to plug in each value of x into our equation. If x equals 4, then y equals 2, parentheses, 4 minus 6, close parentheses, squared, plus 4. Y equals 2 times a negative 2 squared plus 4. 2 times 4 plus 4, which is 8 plus 4, which is 12. All right, let's now try 8, because we're expecting these to give us the same answer. If x equals 8, then y equals 2, parentheses, 8 minus 6, close parentheses, squared, plus 4. Y equals 2 times 2 in parentheses, squared, plus 4. 2 times 4 plus 4. 8 plus 4, which is 12. Okay, those worked out very well. Now let's do the middle x values. If x equals 5, then y equals 2, parentheses, 5 minus 6, close parentheses, squared, plus 4. Y equals 2 times a negative 1 in parentheses, squared, plus 4. Y equals 2 times 1 plus 4. Y equals 6. All right, one more left to go. If x equals 7, y equals 2, parentheses, 7 minus 6, close parentheses, squared, plus 4. Y equals 2 times a positive 1 squared, plus 4. Y equals 2 times 1 plus 4. Y equals 6. Okay, now that we have our completed table of points, we can create our graph. We know this is a parabola and that it will be U-shaped. A is positive, so it will open up. Okay, our x's need to go from 4 to 8, and our y's need to go from 4 to 12. So that means I only need quadrant 1 of my graph. The y's go up the highest, all the way up here to 12. And the x's have to go all the way out to 8. Okay, let's plot our points. 4, 12. 5, 6. 6, 4. Wish I was 6'4". 7, 6. 8, 12. All right, there we go. Here's our vertex. Which is at coordinates 6, 4. Here's our axis of symmetry, which is the line x equals 6. Notice this is the value of h. The axis of symmetry is always x equals h. For this problem, h is 6, so we get x equals 6. Okay, that's the end of that problem. Let's try another one. All right, graph the parabola. Y equals -2, parentheses, x plus 6, close parentheses, squared, minus 3. All right, so the first thing we're going to do is identify A, H, and K. I'll write my vertex form beneath. All right, A equals -2. K equals -3. Negative H equals positive 6, so H equals -6. All right, let's create our XY table. 5 rows. Vertex goes in the middle. Our other x values are found by adding and subtracting 1. Adding 1 as we move down gives -5 and -4. Subtracting 1 as we go up gives -7 and -8. Now we have to plug in each one of those values of x into our equation to find the corresponding values of y. If x equals -8, then y equals -2, parenthesis, -8 plus 6, close parenthesis, squared, minus 3. Y equals -2 times a -2 in parentheses squared, minus 3. Y equals -2 times 4 minus 3. -2 times 4 is -8. And -8 minus 3 is -11. So we can put that in our table. Now we're expecting these values to be the same, so let's go ahead and use -4 as our next value of x. Y equals -2, parenthesis, -4 plus 6, close parenthesis, squared, minus 3. Y equals -2 times a positive 2 in parentheses. Notice that's the only thing that's different between these. Y equals -2 times 4 minus 3. Y equals -8 minus 3. Y equals -11. Same answer. Okay, let's try x is -7. Y equals -2, parentheses, -7 plus 6, close parentheses, squared, minus 3. Get y equals -5. And then finally, if x is -5, same answer. Okay, got all of our points. Now we just have to make our graph. A couple of things while I'm erasing. First, these match, so that was a good sign. Second, the A for this problem is -2, which means this parabola opens down. If A is positive, the parabola opens up. If A is negative, the parabola opens down. So we expect this parabola to open down. All right, all of our x's are negative, all of our y's are negative, so we need quadrant 3 for this graph. Our y's go all the way down to -11. 1, 1, 2, 3, 4, -5, 6, 7, 8, 9, -10, -11. And our x's, this is -1, 2, 3, 4, -5, 6, 7, -8, which is as far over as we need to go. Okay, let's plot our points. So -8, -11 would be about here. -7, -5 be about here. -6, -3 would be about here. That's our vertex. -5, -5, -4, -11. And we knew that this was going to be U-shaped and it opens down, meaning it's upside down. Okay, this point right here is our vertex. It's the point -6, -3. This is the x-axis, this is the y-axis. And the vertical line through the vertex, called the axis of symmetry, for this problem is x equals -6. Remember, it's always x equals h. For this problem, h is -6, so we get x equals -6.